polar bear, feeling lonely, built a snow bear to keep himself company. From that day on, the two were always together. The bear would pose him in different ways and play with him. Sometimes he'd even cover the snow bear's eyes and play hide and seek. When it was time to eat, he would first try to feed the snow bear. The snow bear would refuse with a raised hand, and then the bear would eat everything himself. Even though the snow bear couldn't move, the bear was happy. But one day, while playing, an accident happened. Half of the snow bear's head broke off. The bear quickly fixed it, though. Another day, they wandered into a walrus territory. The bear broke off some ice and made long tusks for the snow bear, and for himself too. He started playfully imitating a walrus, which made the herd angry. But when they didn't approach, he kept fooling around. Suddenly, he felt a warm breath on his face. When he turned around, the walrus leader was right behind him. Terrified, the bear quickly removed the tusks and apologized. That night, the bear and his snow companion lay on the ground, watching glowing waves of light in the sky and shooting stars. It was a beautiful, almost magical moment. But the next morning, the bear woke up to bright sunlight. As he got up, he saw his snow bear starting to melt. He panicked, because the snow bear was his dearest friend. He tried to rebuild him, but the heat kept melting the snow again and again. He thought maybe moving to another place would help, but suddenly the ice beneath him cracked, breaking off into a small floating island. He could easily jump to safety, but the snow bear would be left behind. The bear stood there for a long time, thinking, and in the end, he turned back. He didn't want to leave his friend behind. He couldn't bear to feel that loneliness again. He tried to protect the snow bear by keeping him in the shade, but even without direct sunlight, the snow kept melting. Saving him was now impossible. Tears filled the bear's eyes as he hugged his friend tightly. Slowly, over time, the snow bear melted completely into water, leaving only his nose behind. The bear gently held that nose in his paw, as if his friend was still with him. When the bear opened his eyes again, he found himself on a lush green land, full of life and greenery. It was time for a new beginning, but his heart still carried the memory of his friend. As he wandered around, he suddenly noticed something in the distance. Another snow bear, already built. Surprised, he walked closer. Then, from a nearby hill, a sound came. Another polar bear was rolling a ball of snow down toward him. Their eyes met, and something stirred in their hearts. Two lonely souls, realizing they were not alone anymore. If they stayed together, perhaps they would never feel that loneliness again. They became friends, and gently, they touched their noses together.